Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SITI NURFITRAH binti Muhammad Rafi. My matric number 1201835 and my partner name is Muhammad ATIF FAHIM bin ATHIFI. Matric number 1201822. Now, I would like to share the title of our article is Communication Challenge in Teaching Islamic Education to People with Hearing Impairment. This article is related to communication challenge in teaching Islamic education to students with hearing disabilities. This article was published December 2020. Next is name of article journal. The journal name of this article is International Journal of Islamic Thought. In addition, this article was written by Izuli Zulkifli, Asmawati Suhid, Fatia Muhammad Fakhruddin and Nur Aniza Ahmad. The background of the first author is Dr. Izuli bin Zulkifli, which is lecturer at Research Center for Quran and Sunnah in Faculty of Islamic Study at National University of Malaysia. The next author is Dr. Fatia Muhammad Fakhruddin at Department of Language and Humanity in Faculty of Educational Study at National University of Malaysia. Next is content review. The purpose of this article is to explain the communication method used by teachers as well as the challenge in communication during the teaching of Islamic education subjects to hearing impaired students. Then, the concept and theme. This article discusses the method used by teachers in Islamic education subject for students with hearing problem and identify the challenge faced by teachers in dealing with students with hearing problems. Furthermore, theory that has been used in this article is communication model presented by Bernice Burnett in Lois Porter. Communication is the act of exchanging opinions, ideas, needs, and desire. In addition, he also stated that speech and language are part of the communication process. Next is research methodology. This article uses a qualitative approach. The instrument used is semi-structured interview to obtain research data. The selection of respondents was based on purposive sampling, and the selected respondent criteria were among teachers who teach Islamic education for MBK with hearing disability in Selangor and have experienced teacher Islamic education for MBK with hearing disability for at least 3 years. As a result of our study, we can identify several communication methods. There are several communication methods used by teachers in delivering Islamic education lesson to MBK with hearing disability. Among the methods is Malay hand code, general communication, Malaysian sign language, Islamic sign language, and figure spelling. This article also expressed the opinion in using the best communication medium to convey to hearing impaired MBK. In identifying the best method used to handle MBK with hearing disability, the result of this study have also stated the best recommendation in dealing with the communication challenge faced by teachers.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Atif Fahim ATIFI. We can continue with the critical review. First is the main issue raised or stated by the writer. The main issue raised by the writer is the challenges faced by teachers in handling hearing impaired MBK with various communication methods in the Islamic education lessons. Second is the issue interesting. Why? In my opinion, this issue is interesting because we can find out of the best methods used by teachers of MBK with hearing disabilities in dealing with the challenges they face. Third, are the issue raised or stated by the writer relevant to you as a researcher? Yes, the writer concern is valid since recognizing the communication utilized by MBK teachers and hearing challenges pupils, as well as the problems they confront is critical. And then lastly, for do I agree or disagree with the content research findings of this article? Yes, I agree with the contents and findings of this article so that we can make improvement to the issues discussed. 5. And how the the research question answered by the researcher or author. Based on the research question offered, the author conducted interviews with instructors from the Integrated Special Education Program (PPKI) and Special Education School (SPK) in a case study using a qualitative technique. 6. Is the research methodology used by the researcher or writer appropriate to the research being conducted? The research methodology used by the author is in accordance with the research conducted, which is through a qualitative approach to gather data and information about teachers' methods and challenges to MBK with disabilities. 7. Are the findings of this study reliable or convincing to you? The research findings based on this article can be trusted and convincing because the findings of this study were obtained from teachers who teach Islamic education and have experience with hearing impaired MBK. 8. What steps did the researcher or author take to ensure the validity and reliability of the study? One of the methods done by the researcher to ensure the study's validity and reliability is to acquire data regarding MBK with hearing issues, particularly the learning of Islamic education subjects, directly from the teacher who are experienced in dealing with students with hearing problems. 9. Does the researcher take relevant steps to ensure that research ethics are followed? Yes, the researcher takes relevant steps to ensure that research ethics are followed. Among them is that the real name of the teachers who became respondents are kept secret and replaced with codes, such as the example of the first teacher who became respondent is coded with G1. 10. Can this article change or affect the way you think about the things raised in the article? Yes, the article can change or affect the way you think about the issues raised in this article because without the information presented and gathered, we as researcher may not know what communication methods are the frequently used as the main communication methods used to deliver education lesson Islam to hearing impaired MBK. And then lastly, how can the information or knowledge you gain through reading this article enlighten or improve the way you carry out qualitative, quantitative research? The table and data in this article based on responses from special education teachers. As a result, the study method employed in this article is valid, as it employs with person with expertise handling MBK with hearing problem in terms of the communication system between them. This page also open with information regarding Islamic education, which is required in all Malaysian institutions. Furthermore, reading this paper can help me enhance the way I conduct qualitative research by utilizing the communication model method described by Bernice Bernip in Louis Porter. Conclusion. Before inserting, a potential researcher should be aware of the severity of MBK hearing loss, taking the aforementioned aspects into account. The finding of the next study will also be used to advise all teachers on how to use a range of communication tactics to help students accomplish their assignment more effectively. As a result, MBK has the option to take classes from professors who, despite their disabilities, are competent at applying effective communication strategies. What I would change about the study presented in the article is to ensure that the teacher has an effective communication system in place and that the research objectives are satisfied. Thank you.